Silence walks into the room before you do. Your bag walks in first. Nobody reads your resume at the door. They read your hands, your posture, and what you are carrying. The wrong bag does not just look bad. It actively dismantles everything else you built that morning. Behavioral psychology confirms 11 judgments are made about a person in 7 seconds. Your bag occupies 4 of those judgments whether you accept it or not. After 50, the world stops reading your potential. It starts reading your discipline, your taste, and your level of self-respect. A bag is not storage. It is a signal broadcasting your identity to every room you enter. The right bag does not complete your outfit. It completes the argument your outfit is making about who you are. Most men over 50 are losing this argument daily. Not because they lack taste, because nobody told them these rules exist. 3 rules govern every correct bag choice after 50. Master them once and every decision becomes effortless for the rest of your life. This is not about spending more money. This is about spending the right attention on the right details. What follows changed how rooms receive the men who applied it. It will change how rooms receive you. Forget everything the fashion industry told you about bags. Structure is the only truth that matters first. A bag that collapses the moment you set it down announces something about its owner. No internal support, no standard, no discipline. Full-grain leather holds its architecture over years of daily use. Corrected grain, bonded leather, and synthetic materials hold it only until it matters. Reinforced canvas with leather trim is the one acceptable alternative to full grain. Ballistic nylon with a rigid internal frame works for travel, nowhere else after 50. The second rule is scale. Proportion is not aesthetic preference, it is visual intelligence. Too large and you look like you are arriving from a camping trip. Too small and the bag disappears, it looks like an accessory without purpose. The correct width for men over 50 sits between 13 and 16 inches. That window, 13 to 16 inches, holds your laptop, your essentials, and your dignity simultaneously. Presence without bulk, authority without effort. The third rule is color, and this rule has no exceptions after 50. Your bag color must anchor your entire outfit. It must never compete with it. Cognac is the most powerful color a man over 50 can carry. It communicates warmth, earned confidence, and old-world sophistication in a single glance. Chocolate brown signals depth, reliability, and understated success. Black works everywhere but distinguishes you nowhere. Use it only when context demands total neutrality. Navy, forest green, and tan are secondary colors for men who have already mastered the first 3. Start with cognac, let it do the work you have been doing manually for years. When structure, scale, and color align, the bag stops being an object. It becomes the final punctuation mark on everything you represent. Choosing the right bag correctly is only the beginning. The invisible details are what separate distinguished from merely well-dressed. Nobody consciously notices these details in the moment. But everybody unconsciously responds to them, and that response is what opens doors. Hardware finish is the first invisible detail every buckle and clasp is broadcasting right now. Brushed gold communicates warmth and quiet confidence. Gunmetal hardware reads serious, refined, and powerful without announcing itself. Shiny chrome reads discount, regardless of what the bag actually cost. After 50, you carry 0 bags with shiny chrome hardware anywhere on them. This is not a style preference, this is a fundamental rule of visual authority. Edge finishing is the second invisible detail. Run your finger along any bag edge right now. Sealed and painted edges mean a craftsman finished every surface, even the ones rarely seen. Raw cut edges mean cost was the priority during manufacturing. After 2 years of use, that decision becomes visually catastrophic. Sealed edges age into character alongside the man carrying them. Raw edges simply deteriorate, and deterioration is the one thing age already handles without your help. Saddle stitching is the third invisible detail and the most important structural one. Each stitch is hand-pulled individually, one broken stitch changes nothing. Machine stitching unravels from a single broken thread, it is a structural vulnerability hidden in plain sight. Saddle stitching is the engineering choice of men who build things to last. Patina potential is the fourth invisible detail. Full-grain leather deepens and darkens over years. A well-used 10-year-old full-grain bag looks more valuable than any new cheap alternative. Corrected grain leather is sanded smooth and painted, it hides flaws but kills all future patina. Bonded leather is compressed scrap mixed with glue, it peels within 2 years without exception. Full grain is the only leather that ages like its owner, with depth, character, and earned distinction. Every other leather simply ages. Interior organization is the fifth invisible detail, seen at airports, boardrooms, and client meetings. Order inside the bag announces order inside the man. The interior becomes briefly public at your most critical professional moments. Organize it with the same discipline you apply to everything else that matters. The weight distribution of how you carry the bag is the sixth invisible detail. A briefcase carried by the top handle signals formality and intention. A messenger bag worn across the body signals ease and modern professional confidence. A bag carried under the arm signals creative authority. Architects, directors, senior designers carry this way. Mastery is never one large visible decision. It is 18 small invisible ones compounding silently into an undeniable impression. Knowledge without application is only interesting. Application without context is only accidental. A man over 50 does not live in one setting. He moves through boardrooms, restaurants, airports, weekends, and each demands its own intelligent response. In corporate and professional environments, the structured leather briefcase is the only defensible choice. It communicates preparation, seniority, and quiet authority before the first handshake. Never carry it overstuffed, bulk signals poor planning and poor boundaries. Never carry it half empty, it reads as a prop rather than a tool. The briefcase should contain exactly what a serious professional man needs for that specific day. Nothing more, nothing less, discipline made physical. For business casual settings, creative meetings, client lunches, consulting work, the slim leather messenger is the correct weapon. It signals accomplished but not rigid. Evolved but never trying too hard. The messenger bag worn correctly sits at the hip, not bouncing behind you, not crushed against your front. Adjust the strap once and let it sit with intention. For weekend environments, markets, gallery openings, casual dinners with people who matter, the leather tote carries the day without surrendering standards. Cognac in morning and afternoon light. Dark chocolate for evening settings. The leather tote signals a man who has earned the right to be casual. It is relaxed confidence, not laziness, with good shoes. For travel, a structured leather weekender carries everything a 3-day trip demands with complete dignity. It fits overhead, arrives looking intentional, and gets noticed in hotel lobbies without trying. The weekender should never exceed carry-on dimensions. A man who checks bags for a 3-day trip has a packing discipline problem. 3 days, 1 bag, complete control. Seasonal intelligence separates the well-dressed man from the truly sophisticated one. Autumn and winter demand cognac, deep chocolate, and dark tan, rich tones that harmonize with wool, cashmere, and layered authority. Spring and summer call for lighter tan, natural canvas with leather trim, and clean camel tones. The bag lightens as the season lightens, but the standards never do. Your bag must feel like yours, not like a costume borrowed from someone else's confidence. Discomfort in your choices transmits before you open your mouth. Begin with one bag, the right one for your most critical daily context. Let it age alongside you. Let it build history the way you have built yours. A bag with 10 years of careful use tells a story that no new bag, at any price, can replicate. Age it well and it becomes part of your signature in the same way your voice is. The men remembered in every room they enter are never the loudest or the most expensive. They are the most intentional, and that intention is readable in every single object they choose to carry. You are past the age of trying to impress anyone. You are at the age of simply being impressive, and the right bag confirms what every room already suspects about you.